Welcome to another episode on Elite Bodybuilder Training. Today, we'll look at how Niall Darwen, a top 5 Mr. Olympia Classic physique finisher and one of this year's biggest surprises, trains. I would say he surpassed several top-level bodybuilders and fought side by side with Josema. Niall has an incredible physique, but let's see what he needs to improve, according to the judges, and how he and his coach have come up with a strategy to address these weak points. Some of you may have seen my video where I talk about him and Piotr Wojtowicz. For me, these are the two most incredible genetics in Classic. I think Niall has the best structure in Classic right now. It's extraordinary, and that's very genetic. But also, in terms of muscle, he really stands out in this comparison with Josema. Tyler Mannion, on the International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness channel, explained that he especially needs to improve his torso. His lower body is perfect. This is practically his current condition. At 116 kilo, it's a good weight for a classic physique without being anything excessive. For reference, he now weighs the same as Josema, and his physical condition is good. He's defined and hasn't gained much fat. He's slightly taller than Josema and Dino. I think he's about 1.85 meters tall. 3 months ago, I saved what his coach posted because I take my job seriously and stay alert. And this is the feedback that Callum Nialldarwen's coach got from the judges after Mr. Olympia. In the front biceps pose, he needs more lats, more pump, more chest, both the sternal and clavicular portions, and bigger arms in the side chest pose. He needs more biceps, more chest, a bit more depth in the hamstrings, and more medial deltoid. Watch out for that. In the back double biceps pose, he needs more back, both lats and teres as well as traps, and more biceps. In the abs and thighs pose, he needs more chest and back, and in the classic favorite, he needs more lats, biceps, and chest. So based on this, they chose this training split. Monday, push, chest, deltoids, and triceps. Tuesday, posterior chain, full back, biceps, and a bit of hamstrings. Wednesday, rest. Thursday, push again, chest, deltoids, and triceps. Friday, full legs. Starting with hamstrings, a bit of quadriceps and some glutes. Saturday, full back, biceps, and lateral deltoids. Sunday, rest. Calves twice weekly on any convenient day. Core and abs 4 times a week. It's quite a lot, and daily vacuum work to maintain the midsection and posing condition. 4 days of 20-minute stair cardio, and besides that, 10,000 steps daily, no matter what. A diet of 5,437 calories on training days and 4,772 on rest days. Okay, pause. Let's comment. The training distribution. I think it's awesome, and this is exactly what a good bodybuilder with a professional and smart coach should do. If the judges say you need to improve something, you must adjust your training and start over. He does 2 push days training chest, shoulders, and triceps twice each, plus 2 days for back and biceps. He also adds extra shoulder work on 1 day, hitting his medial deltoid 3 times a week and giving his front deltoid some extra focus, since those need the most improvement. And on the first back day, he includes a reminder for the hamstrings with that deadlift, which will also work his back a bit. So it's a good choice he does hamstrings twice a week, but quadriceps only once, so he's giving more frequency and probably more sets and also more intensity. To those muscles that they've asked him to improve, now we'll see how he trains. It's also interesting that he's doing so much abs and so much stomach vacuum. And it's also smart because he knows his strong point is that midsection, those proportions he has, which he doesn't want to lose and has to control a lot. I've watched several videos of Niall training and will explain generally how he trains. He starts with a pretty heavy basic exercise, in this case an incline press. Be careful, Niall recently saw a great Mr. Olympia prospect tear his chest, so he does 180 kilos on the incline press, which is quite a lot for a classic, and he does a pretty heavy set of 6 almost to failure. Let's say he's training in strength ranges, he's trying to get stronger, and in the next set he lowers the weight. If the Smith machine weighs 10 or 20 kilos, he's lifting either 150 or 140. These sets are also short. They're tough and above all, heavy. I've seen him do machine presses, sets of 6, 7 or 8 reps. He usually works within that range. I've seen him start his back workout with this row with his chest supported, where he controls the weight very well and doesn't let it control him. He does sets of 6 reps near failure, then reduces weight and does longer sets of 7 to 10 reps. As the workout continues, he increases to sets of 7 and 8 and does even more sets for arms and shoulders. He does 8 to 12 reps, never sets of 20 or 30, and avoids pump sets and explosive tempos. Let's say he's focusing on gaining strength, on getting stronger, on moving a lot of weight, and he's leaving between 1 and 3 reps before reaching failure. He doesn't go to failure. He avoids high-intensity techniques like drop sets, supersets, and rest pauses. Training those muscle groups 2 to 3 times weekly is appropriate for his improvement. That's very good. It gives them enough time to rest, for example, in the push workout. Based on what I've seen, he might do 6-8 sets of presses and 2-6 sets of isolated chest exercises on cables or machines. About 3 or 4 specific sets for shoulders and also for triceps. He could be doing around 20 sets of chest per week, something like that, maybe around 25 for shoulders. The training volume isn't low, but it's not very high either. I think he's also training like that, a bit far from failure because he's still recovering from a long competitive season. Once he's further into the off-season and has maintained higher volume for some time, I think he'll start training closer to failure. In general, we can say that he controls the execution times quite well, his technique is pretty clean, and he's doing a science-based training, well planned, with a very clear goal to build. Truly dense, fibrous, authentic muscle, quality muscle, not just muscle full of glycogen, sarcoplasm, and water, and salts. In my opinion, he's building strong, functional muscle, taking cardio seriously, and eating a lot of calories. He's a big guy, and next time he competes, we'll likely see a big difference. At the 2026 Olympia, will he challenge Josema? I believe if Niall Darwen keeps improving and stays focused, he could be fighting for the title in 2 or 3 years. To learn more about him, watch the video I uploaded. Details about Pete Voy to Beach are in the description and pinned comment. That's it for this episode on how top bodybuilders train. Who should we feature next? Don't forget to watch the other episodes, which are in a playlist on my profile. I've uploaded videos about a bunch of bodybuilders there. Thanks for your support. We'll end here. See you next time.